While Lord's was marking its bicentenary, Middlesex were also celebrating a landmark, the 150th anniversary of the club. There were a number of events and functions which featured some famous faces from the past.
Vincent van der Baal came over from South Africa. Again, there's others like your Mike Selvers, your Peter Parfits, your Ron Hookers, your JT Murrays, all those sort of figures, Alan Moss. A lot of sort of legends of the club coming together. At the end of the season, Wayne Daniel turned up, and I think it really sort of came home to myself, and I think to some of the younger players that are at the club now. I suppose it puts a face and a voice to the names that they've heard about in the past. So they were really good events. 2014 for Middlesex has been a frustrating and disappointing year, really. We started it off strongly. We won 4 of our first 6 championship matches and were top of the table going into June. We then fell away. We played a double header 2020 match here against Essex and Sussex, which was a new thing to do. Again, it's being innovative and trying to get as many people as you can in the grounds for these games. Our white ball cricket it wasn't good enough. I think we only won 4 out of 22 games or something like that. Our white ball cricket then really sort of undermined quite a bit of our red ball cricket, and ended up with us sort of being in a relegation dogfight that we just managed to get out of at the end. And then your last game of the season, which is a very nerve-wracking 4 days, and I think anybody watching from a neutral position would have really enjoyed it. It was a cracking game of cricket. Even though it sort of ended up in a draw, it was sort of tense almost all the way down to the last half an hour. We know that we've not performed as a group. The structure of next season is the same as this season, and if we don't improve our white ball cricket, it could undermine our whole season again, as I think it's done this year.
Supporting the youth game has always been high on the agenda of MCC, with university cricketers past and present hailing the impact of the club.
We had the chance to play against first-class counties, which was important. The university's centres of excellence is an excellent place to put some money to use.
As a cricketer, without the MCCU scheme, I think I would be nowhere near as to where I am now. You know, training every day, you can't improve without that. And I can't imagine I'd have ever had a first-class debut or played against, you know, top-level sportsmen. So it's been fantastic.
The MCC has been brilliant. Without their support, this whole facility at Loughborough couldn't run.
Loughborough, packed with England players, have dominated the women's university game in recent years, and they went through the season unbeaten after crushing Exeter in the British Universities and Colleges Sport Final by 227 runs. Lauren Winfield, Georgia Elwiss and Amy Galvrit were in the runs for Loughborough before Becky Grundy bowled them to victory, taking 6 for 10. The men's final was a thrilling encounter between Loughborough and Leeds Bradford MCC universities. The Yorkshire students hit 244 with Henry Thompson and Will van der Spa top scoring before both were removed by Devon Enderby, who finished with 6 for 42. Loughborough pursued the target well on the back of a marked best 100, but after he perished, they stumbled, ending up needing 5 runs from the last over. Tailender Lewis Bramley got them over the line as Loughborough won by 3 wickets. It's been another successful year for MCC young cricketers, with players rewarded with their professional contracts after benefiting from expert coaching and world-class facilities. Tom Hampton and Billy Root were signed up midway through the season by Gloucestershire and Nottinghamshire respectively, while Jamie Porter was recruited by Essex, and he made an immediate impression when he removed veteran Darren Stevens in his first over in professional cricket. Chris Peasley, Liam Goff and Adam Hose also attracted county interest at the end of the season. And the MCC young cricketers got one over the MCC themselves, beating them by 3 wickets, with Matt Renshaw scoring a sparkling 138. Matt from Sydney was a personal recommendation of Ian Chappell, and his is a name to look out for in the future.